So we can get started with what is inheritance in Java. First of all, you should know what is inheritance. See, inheritance is an important part of your object-oriented programming system. So even though we have different parts of an object-oriented programming, so we have already discussed about what is class, what is object, what is data encapsulation, abstraction, and the next concept we are going to discuss about what is inheritance. See, this inheritance is nothing but it is a mechanism. If you want to acquire your object of your properties and methods of one class to another class, for this type of mechanism we should use an inheritance. Okay, the idea behind the inheritance is nothing but if you want to create a new class from an existing class, so for this we are going to use as an inheritance. Let me take an example of see we have class A. See, we have class A and we have class B. So if you want to acquire the data and methods, if you want to acquire the data and methods from class A to class B, so this type of mechanism we are going to call it as an inheritance. Okay, and this class A, this type of mechanism, we have two classes. We have A is a class and we have B is a class. See, this A will be act as your base class or a parent class, and B will be act as your derived class or child class. Okay, derived class or child class. See, this entire relationship is nothing but is a relationship. Is a relationship is nothing but it is a parent to child relationship. This is all about what is inheritance. And the next concept, why we are using inheritance in Java. See, if we are going to use two things here, the first concept is method overriding. If you want to perform runtime polymorphism in Java, for that time we're going to use method overriding. So in this method overriding, we have a separate lecture. On the next series, we can able to discuss about what is method overriding. And the next concept is nothing but code reusability. See, this code reusability is one of the important concept in inheritance. So let me take an example. See, we have class A and we have class B and we have class C. See, we are going to acquire the data from A to B and B to C. Finally, all the data are available in C classes. So instead of creating a separate object for A, B and C, we are going to create an object only for C class. This is all about your code reusability. Okay, and this is the most advantageous in inheritance. Instead of creating a separate object for separate classes, at last entire data will be acquired to the final derived class. For the final derived class, we can able to create an object and we can able to access all the data with the help of this code reusability. This is all about we are going to discuss about what is the use of inheritance. And the next thing, what are the terms used in inheritance? See, we have both four basic terms are available here. The first thing is class, okay, and second thing is your subclass or child class, and third is your superclass or parent class, and fourth is your reusability. Okay, let we can take one by one in the upcoming session. See, we can say about what is a class. See, class you already know about that. It is a collection of it's a group of member data. It's a collection of member data and member function, or we can call it as a group of objects and we have a common properties. Okay, or we can able to call it as template or blueprint of an object. This is all about your classes. And the next concept is your subclass or a child class. Okay, subclass is nothing but subclass is a class which inherit the other class. Inherit the other class. This subclass is nothing but it is your derived class. You can able to call it as derived class or extended class or a child class. The subclass will be act as a derived class in Java. The next thing is superclass. So the superclass we can able to call it as base class in Java. Okay, so it is act as a parent class and it will inherit the features from parent class to your child class relationship. This is all about your superclass. And the next thing, road reusability. As the name specifies, this mechanism is mainly used if you are working on multiple classes for class A and class B and class C. Once you acquire the data from class A to class B and class B to class C, the entire data will be available in your C class. Okay, so instead of creating a separate object for A, B, and C, we can able to create only an object for class C. So we can able to access the data with the help of this code reusability. These are the terms used in inheritance. The next thing you're going to see what is the basic syntax of Java inheritance. Okay, so in before I just explained that what is inheritance. Inheritance is nothing but It will acquire the data and methods from one class to another class. So we are going to working on multiple classes. Okay. So the basic syntax is class subclass name. See, this subclass name is nothing but your derived class or child class, and this super class name is nothing but your base class. Okay, and if you are going to perform an inheritance in Java, we should use a keyword called extends. See, this extends keyword, it will perform an inheritance in Java. Okay, using this extends keyword, we can able to acquire the data and methods from base class to your derived class. This is all about your basic syntax of Java inheritance. The next thing, we can see a simple example of Java inheritance. Okay, so in this example, we have two classes here. We have an employee is a class, and another class is nothing but programmer is a class. So we have two classes here, employee and programmer. See, in this employee class, we have only one variable called salary. See, this salary variable, it holds the data as 40,000. So there is only one variable is there is only one data is available in your employee class. The next thing, we're going to perform inheritance right now here. See, how we are going to perform the inheritance. In previous syntax, we have discussed about it. Direct class, superclass name, extend subclass name. See, my derived class name is programmer and my base class name is employee. So if you want to perform an inheritance in Java, we should use a keyword called extends keyword. See, this extends keyword, it will acquire the data from base class to the derived class. Okay, so this is the inheritance concept, and this bonus equal to 10,000, and this data is available in programmer class. This data is available only in programmer class, not in employee class. Since employee they have a separate data and programmer they have a separate data. Okay, the next thing, we are going to create an object. Okay, so we have two classes here and we have programmer class. See, we are acquired the data from employee to programmer. The entire data is available in programmer class. So we are going to create an object called P. This is your reusability concept. Instead of creating a multiple object for employee and programmer, we can able to create a single object for programmer itself. Okay. So how we are going to create an object in Java? It's very simple. Class name, object name equal to new class name. See, my class name is programmer and P is your object name. Okay, so I'm going to call the data. Programmer salary is P dot salary. Since P is your object, dot salary is nothing but your variable name. It will go and call your base class salary data. What is my salary data? It is 40,000. It will print the value. See, we are going to print the data in float. You can able to see the type of the data. It is in float type. The data will 40,000.0. The next is bonus of a programmer. It will go and call p dot bonus to your derived class. Okay, and the data for a bonus is 10,000. This is an example of your simple inheritance in Java. Okay, let's we can see what are the types of inheritance in Java. See, we have generally we have five types of inheritance. We have single, multi-level, hierarchical, multiple, and hybrid. Okay, so let's we can see what is single, multiple, hierarchical, and multi-level inheritance and hybrid inheritance. So let's we can start with a single inheritance. So what is single inheritance? A class can be derived from a single base class. See, let's we can see an example. This example is nothing but a single inheritance. So we are going to create a class from a employee class. We have one base class and one derived class. This type of mechanism is nothing but your single inheritance. The next thing is multi-level inheritance. This multi-level inheritance is nothing but we have class A and we have class B and class C. See, for class B, the parent class for class B is class A, and for class C, the base class will be for class B. Since B is an intermediate class, it will act as a parent class and it will act as a child class. Since it is an intermediate class. The next thing is hierarchical inheritance. So, if you want to create this hierarchical inheritance is nothing but it will create we can able to create derived class from a single base class. So okay, for example, if you want to create 10 derived class, for 10 derived class we should know only we should want with the help of one base class. This type of inheritance is nothing but an hierarchical. So there is only single base class. Okay, using the single base class we can able to create a multiple derived class. This is all about your hierarchical. The next thing is multiple. See, this multiple inheritance is not available in Java. So if you want to use this multiple inheritance, we can resolve this multiple inheritance with the help of interface. See, we can see an interface in a separate session. Okay, And the next thing is hybrid inheritance. This hybrid is nothing but it is a combination of both your multiple and multi-level inheritance. Whereas Java is supported only three type of inheritance here. One is your single inheritance, another one is a multi-level inheritance, another one is your hierarchical inheritance. This is all about your types of inheritance in Java. The next we can see what is single inheritance. As a name suggests, a class can be derived from a single base class. See, we have an animal class here. See, we have animal class and we have a dog class. See, animal is a base class. Okay, animal is a base class and dog is a derived class. Since animal class there is a one method, there is no data here. They have only method. The method name for animal class is eat. The statement for the method is eating. That's it. Okay, if you want to perform a single inheritance, it's a very simple one. So class, derived class name, extends my base class name. What is the base class name? Animal is your base class name and dog is your derived class name. If you want to perform an inheritance in Java, we should use an extends keyword. Okay, and in this dog class, there is a method called bark class. There is a bark method here. In this bark method, there is a statement called barking. That's it. So we are going to perform a single inheritance right now here. So if you want to create an object, see the entire data will be available in a dog class. See the mechanism for single inheritance is animal to your dog class. All the data is acquired from animal to your dog. Since the entire data is available in a dog class, now we're going to create an we're going to call we're going to create an object for dog class. See, it's very simple. Class name, object name equal to new class name, and D is your object name. So we're going to call d.bark. So it will go and call this bark method in your derived class, and d.eat will go and call your animal class. This is all about your single inheritance. And the next one is nothing but your multi-level inheritance. So multi-level inheritance, as I said before that, say if you want to perform from let's we can take an example of class A, B, and C. See this B, it will be act as an intermediate class. Why it is intermediate class? It will act as a child class and it is also act as a parent class. This is all about your multi-level inheritance. See, we have in this example we have animal, dog, and baby dog. See, we have an animal, dog, and baby dog. So this is the mechanism. Since dog is an intermediate class, it will act as both parent and it will act as both child. This is all about your multi-level inheritance. Okay, and this eat method. See, in animal class there is a eat method. We're going to once you print the eat method, the statement will be eating. And this dog method, there is a method called bark, the barking statement, and baby dog, there is a statement called weeping statement. Okay, so at last we are going to create an object for baby dog since all the data is available in the baby dog section. Okay, we're going to create an object for baby dog. Now we're going to call the method d.weep. It will go and call your weep method in baby dog, and d.bark will go and call your method in dog class, and d.eat it will go and ask it will go and call in your animal class. This is all about your multi-level inheritance concept. Okay, the next one and the last one is nothing but it's an hierarchical inheritance. See, if you want to create a multiple child class with single parent class, multiple child class from a single parent class, for that we can use an hierarchical inheritance. The same example here. See, for dog and cat, for dog class and cat class, who is the parent for dog class? Animal, and cat class? Animal. See, if you want to create a multiple child class from a single parent class, we can able to use this hierarchical inheritance concept. And each and every class, there is a method called for animal class, there is a eat method. For dog class, bark method. For cat class, meow method. So in each and every class, every method, there is a statement eating, barking, and meowing. So the entire data is available in cat class. Now we're going to create an object for cat class. Cat C is an object. If you're going to call c.meow, it will go and call your class cat and the meow method, and c.eat is nothing but it is an animal class. Okay, so if you're going to call c.bark, it will throw an error. Why? Because the entire derived class there will be single parent class. Okay, so there will be error in the statement. Why? Because in hierarchical inheritance we are handling multiple derived class with single parent class. This is all about your hierarchical inheritance. So we can't able to perform this type of data in hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so this is the best example of types of inheritance in Java. the summarization of your Java inheritance. So far, we have discussed about what is inheritance in Java, and what is superclass and what is subclass, and we discuss about what are the types of inheritance and what is single inheritance, what is hierarchical inheritance, and the next part is what is multi-level inheritance. We are going to discuss this topic in this lecture video. In the next video, we are going to discuss about how to do this inheritance in a practical demonstration. Okay. Hope you all like this video. Thank you.